What if I told you thousands of websites are still running online right now, even after being rejected, suspended, or completely banned by mainstream hosting companies? And no, I'm not talking only about illegal websites. I'm talking about websites that get flagged because of strict policies, copyright complaints, adult content, gambling topics, IPTV controversial opinions, file sharing, or simply because a hosting company decides they don't like the risk. So how are these websites still surviving in 2026? What hosting are they using? Why are some sites taken down instantly while others stay online for years? And what do smart website owners do differently to protect their platforms? Well, in today's video, I'm going to explain everything. So make sure you watch this video till the end, because this topic can literally save your website from sudden suspension. Hey everyone, welcome back to ABC Hosting. I'm Nick, and in today's video we are talking about something that almost nobody explains properly on YouTube. How people are running restricted websites without getting banned. Now before we continue, let me make one thing clear. This video is for educational and informational purposes only. We are not encouraging illegal activities. We are simply discussing how website owners protect their hosting stability, privacy, and uptime in industries that are considered high risk by normal hosting companies. And trust me, this is becoming a huge issue. Because today, hosting companies are stricter than ever. One complaint, one DMCA notice, one policy violation, and sometimes your entire server gets suspended without warning. So let's understand why this happens first. Most people think websites only get banned for illegal activities, but honestly, that's not true. Many websites get suspended simply because they fall into restricted categories. For example, adult content websites, IPTV platforms, movie streaming websites, gambling and casino websites, forex and crypto projects, file sharing platforms, anime or media archives, content platforms, privacy-focused communities, political or controversial discussion websites. Now the important thing to understand is this. Many mainstream hosting providers operate under very strict policies, especially US-based hosting companies. And because of legal pressure, DMCA complaints, copyright systems, payment processor rules, and brand reputation concerns, they often suspend websites very quickly. Sometimes automatically, without even properly reviewing the case. That's why many creators wake up one day and suddenly see your hosting account has been terminated. And for businesses, this can be a disaster. Lost traffic, lost SEO rankings, lost customers, lost revenue. Sometimes years of work disappear overnight. Now, when people hear the word restricted, they immediately think illegal. But restricted does not always mean illegal. It usually means the content category creates higher legal, copyright policy, or complaint risks for hosting providers. For example, a legal adult website may still be banned by many hosts. A gambling site allowed in one country may be restricted in another. A movie archive website may receive copyright complaints regularly. A crypto platform may trigger compliance concerns. So the issue is often not legality alone. It's risk management. And most mainstream hosting companies simply do not want that risk. So now comes the real question. How are people still running these websites successfully? Well, experienced website owners usually focus on 5 major things. So let's talk about the first one. This is probably the biggest reason. Instead of hosting their websites in countries with aggressive takedown systems, many people use offshore hosting providers, especially in privacy-friendly locations like the Netherlands. Why? Because some offshore hosting providers are more flexible with content policies. They do not instantly suspend websites after every complaint. Instead, they often review situations properly before taking action. And this gives website owners more stability and protection. Second is choosing DMCA ignored hosting. Now this is another term you hear a lot. DMCA ignored hosting. Basically, these hosting providers are known for handling copyright complaints differently compared to normal hosts. Again, this does not mean illegal content is allowed, but it usually means the provider is less aggressive with instant suspensions. This is why many streaming platforms, file hosting websites, and media projects prefer this type of hosting, because uptime matters. And the third is using crypto payments for privacy. Another thing many website owners do is use crypto payments. Why? Because traditional payment systems sometimes freeze accounts related to high-risk industries. Crypto gives better privacy and fewer payment restrictions. That's why many offshore hosting providers now accept Bitcoin, USDT, and other cryptocurrencies. And the fourth is keeping backups and distributed infrastructure. Smart website owners never rely on a single server. They keep backups, mirror servers, external storage, CDNs, and sometimes multiple VPS setups in different locations. So even if one service fails, the website can recover quickly. This is extremely important for streaming websites, IPTV services, and large traffic projects. And the fifth and final is avoiding cheap, low-quality hosting. This is where many beginners make mistakes. They buy the cheapest hosting they can find. No protection, no privacy, no proper support. And then they are surprised when the website disappears. Restricted websites usually need stronger infrastructure, good uptime, DDoS protection, fast support, and providers that actually understand high-risk projects. The biggest mistake: people build serious projects on mainstream shared hosting without reading the terms of service. That's a huge risk, especially if your niche involves media, streaming, gambling, adult content, crypto, or anything controversial. Hosting stability is just as important as website SEO. Because if your website goes offline constantly, your rankings, traffic, and business suffer badly. Now personally, one provider I've seen mentioned more and more in these communities is CloudHost. And honestly, one reason people like them is because they specifically focus on offshore and DMCA ignored hosting solutions. They offer offshore shared hosting, VPS hosting, dedicated servers, Netherlands infrastructure, crypto payment support, privacy-focused hosting, DDoS protection, and unlike many mainstream hosts, they actually understand restricted content projects. So for people running streaming websites, adult platforms, file sharing services, or other high-risk websites. This type of hosting setup usually makes much more sense. If you want to check them out, the link is in the description. Definitely explore the plans and see if it fits your project. At the end of the day, the goal is not to hide. The goal is stability. You want hosting that understands your niche instead of shutting you down instantly. Because more creators, developers, and online businesses are entering restricted industries than ever before. And choosing the wrong hosting provider can destroy your project before it even grows. So always research carefully, read the hosting policies, understand the risks, and choose infrastructure built for your type of website. So that's it for today's video. I hope this guide helped you understand how restricted websites are actually staying online. If you still have any confusion or questions, comment below and I'll try to help you out. And if you found this video useful, make sure to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications for more hosting, privacy, VPS, and offshore hosting content. Thanks for watching ABC Hosting. I'm Nick, and I'll see you in the next video.